Hello and welcome to a very special Gundam Battle Operation 2 featuring the Phenex NT or New Type. This is a unit that hails from Mobile Suit Gundam Narrative. And I'm not going to make it any secret, I am not a fan of Unicorn or Narrative Gundam because they kind of muck up a lot of the Mobile Suit settings, though I like a lot of things out of them. This unit is got an interesting history as being one of the RX-0s, one of 3 produced, and it went berserk and wandered the galaxy, looking probably for something stupid. But in game, it's a 700 cost, ground and space capable general with a ballistic resistance of 30, a beam resistance of 32, and a melee resistance of 16, which is absolutely pitiful at this level. A range strength of 30, a melee strength of 40, the plus ones from the enhancement, a movement speed of 130, and a thrust gauge of 75. For parts, we have close range of 16, medium of 16, and long range of 21. When it enters its transformation mode, we'll go ahead and just handle this right now, it gets an increase in its ranged to 55, as you can see there. It gets a massive decrease in melee, which is kind of weird, as a slight boost in movement speed, and it gets a little bit more turning. As you can see, it goes from 69 to 84, destroying the perfect number. For parts, we have only one ranged option, and that would be the Beam Magnum. It is a weapon that requires you to charge before you can fire it. It does 3,600 damage, has 5 ammo, and has a range of 350. There is a cooldown time of 5 seconds between, so be aware of that. We have the Phenex Arm Beam Saber. It's a beam saber. It does beam saber things. It's blue. Then we have the Head Vulcan Mark III. It's a head Vulcan, and it does exactly what I wanted them to do for the longest time. It has 150 power, 40 ammunition, and actually hits something at 200 range. Now go back and do that with the rest of them. We have the Mega Cannon, which are the unusual funnels that are mounted on the back. They do about 1,200 damage. They have a heat rate of 50%, so you might be able to squeeze 2 attacks out through them. And they have a range of 450. There's a 1 second cooldown, though, you know, that's not bad. They will pop up, and then you'll be able to fire. Then we have the Armed Armor DE Launcher. Good lord. It's the same effective funnels on the back that you have. They launch out and physically attack a target. They do about 1,000 damage. You get 1 shot, 350 range, and there's a 10-second reload. Now, when it's transformed, what does it gain? It gains this. It gets dual beam sabers. It still has the Head Vulcans. It has the Mega Cannon transformed, which do 1,500 damage, 80% heat, 450 range, 3-second cooldown between the shots. Then we get the Armed Armor DE Launcher transform, or launch transform. It does 1,150, 1 shot, 350 range. Then the Armed Armor DE Defense effectively creates a defensive barrier for you and can take some hits. And then we get the Phenex Arm Beam Tonfa. I don't know how it's a Tonfa, but it's mounted on your arm, and you have 2 melee options for when you transform and have less melee strength. Wow. Sorry. We got the for skills, we got Leg Shock Absorber level 3, Emergency Evasion System level 2, Anti-Blast Stabilizer, Flight Control Program level 2, High Performance Bouncers, Melee Combo Controller, High Spec AMBEC level 2, Maneuver Armor, Forced Injector level 3, Huzzah! High Performance Radar, Leg Special Buffer level 2, PsyCom U, Weapon Buffer level 4. When you don't have a PsyCom weapon selected, you reduce HP lost from damage from PsyCom U weapons, which is a kind of hit and miss skill, so that's not that bad. And then we got NTD Ability Boost. When you are under 80% health, you can hit this. It'll bring you back to full health and gives you a few buffs, but then you'll start having your health drained slowly from that point on. Then we have PN high performance counter program. It's nice. I don't really get to use it that often. So, what do I think of this unit? When this unit came out, it was basically horrible to play against. It was a monster. It could do ridiculous amounts of damage. It was a nightmare, and now I think it's somewhat balanced with the other nightmares that you'll encounter at 700 cost. I would change absolutely nothing. It's fine for what it is. I like that it's a bit of a ranged general for what it is, though I do get confused by the transformation mode. So let's see how it does in the match to come.
Hey everybody, welcome to the match. I hope you're having a good week and gonna have an even better weekend. I'm not gonna sugarcoat my feelings towards this suit. I am not a fan of most of the 700 cost stuff. I don't really like playing it. I just feel like it turns into a stun fest even more than a lot of the game does. But this is a good suit. If you happen to get it, it's not a bad one. So we're going to start out by charging up our beam magnum, and we're going to come over here and we're going to have ourselves a little look. Now, this is one of these silver bullet variations. We're going to try to hold our shot, but this guy keeps getting behind us, so I couldn't quite see where he was aiming. We're going to pop that shoulder mountedness into there, and we're going to come around here and push this guy a bit. We're going to catch his shield. We're going to go right for that melee. He's going to try to get a counter on us. We're going to go right there, then go right into it and knock him down. Now, I'm not going to stick with him because this suit's not great for those melee options. So we're going to lock on for the, I keep forgetting what they are, the wing binders effectively, into the situation and let that go. That guy is going to get absolutely rocked. We're going to fire into the other Phenex, come in, give him a little bit of that melee wombo combo. We're going to take that kill, and we're going to move a little bit more. We're going to charge up the beam magnum, fire into him, but not quite finish him off. And we'll try to catch him with those, but I don't think they're going to get him. And we notice we got a guy up here trying to play a little bit of the range game. Now, we got a pretty good little lead, but it's nothing really at 700 cost. And I'm going to come up here. I'm going to take advantage of the ranged capabilities of this unit, and I'm just going to kind of harass the enemy team. We're going to throw the beam magnum in. We're going to get our locks. We're going to throw those down there. We're going to fire a beam magnum in. We're going to get a little bit of a hit from the Psycom-U. The Relinger is going to really help us out as we struggle in this situation. We're going to overshoot, fire, catch him in the noggin there, and we're going to keep harassing our fellow Phenex until we take him out. I'm not sure if Phenex is how you say it, but I'm going to say it that way in honor of a glorious Australian. So, we're going to lock on, throw it at the G-doors. Is the G-doors any good? Let me know in the comments, everybody. I've been interested in it, but unfortunately I have bad luck with rolls. He's going to get taken out by my team, who's being incredibly aggressive. I don't really like that we got a guy base bombing. I'm not really into kicking people when they're down, so... But hey, you know, after you struggle with random teams long enough, you take whatever win you can. And I'm mostly looking for good demonstrations of suits as I pass the time while we wait for the enemy team to spawn. There we go. We get a guy spawning in. We're going to try to backpedal a little bit, and the base is destroyed. We're going to throw that shot into the G-doors. And we're going to get a little bit of a lock-on shenanigan. Now, he's going to try to effectively lock or hold that corner. And we're going to just come in, throw out what little bit we can. We're going to trip him up. We're effectively just trying to badger him as we can. And, you know, we're going to go from there. So we're going to reposition over here. There's nothing I can do for 5, and we got a support shot coming in. We're going to just try to lock in, throw those in to get a little bit of extra damage, keep moving to try avoiding as much of the G-doors problem as we can, but, you know, He's a support. He's going to outgun us after a while. We're going to dodge out of that attack from behind from one of the Zetas. We're going to kick over to the transformation, and it's not really going to help me at all. So there's our first death. We're going to spawn in at B. I like to spawn in a little further back. My team decided to spread out for some reason, and I'm going to try to come up here and attack from the side. The silver bullet is going to get a little bit of the yakety sacks, and we're going to throw in some damage, try to get the shielding off that G-doors, and we're going to wear him down a little bit. The silver bullet is going to keep trying to pester us. We're going to knock him down again. We're going to refocus on the G-doors, take him down real quick. He is more dangerous to us than the silver bullet is at this point. I can't remember the name of this particular silver bullet, but yada yada yada. We're going to throw in a shot at that guy to help out our team member. Lock on, throw those out, let them go in, and we'll take the kill. I'm sorry, number 2 for that. We're going to come in, and he's going to get taken out over here, and we're going to swing back over to this spot. Again, I don't really like posting stomp matches because they don't feel very good, but this was one of those things where it's like, I finally got a decent match in this, and So our team is going to pull back a little bit. It's usually a good idea, especially when you're doing good and some of your suits are a little bit worn out. So we're going to come in, we're going to do some harassing, we're going to get some damage in there, and we're just going to keep throwing damage in to trip them up a little bit and to kind of peel a couple of them off. We know some of our guys are hurting, so it's a good way of keeping some of them preoccupied. And we're going to keep the Phenex and the full or silver bullet, I can't remember the exact name of it, basically under taps. We're going to throw a shot into him, and we're going to trade shots with our sibling. You know how it goes with sibling rivalries. We're going to throw that in. I think the silver bullet's basically given up, and he's going to get taken out. I feel really bad as the railing once again does lovely things to me. We're going to slip into this, and for some reason my brain at this point kept saying, oh, this makes you better at melee, and it actually makes you worse at melee. So, you know, feeling dumb. It's normal. We're going to go in, we're not going to get anything. He's going to take us down. Our guys are going to come in, and they're going to give him a what for. They're going to tell him about PR, and he's going to get taken out. We see another guy over here. We're going to try to shift in order to help our dudes out. We're going to throw those in, and he's going to get close to being taken out. You can see our health is slowly ticking away as we completely whiff on those melee attacks. And we're at the 20-second, or under 20-second mark. We need to be careful and not overextend. I'm going to fire into the G doors. Hold my shot for a second, throw it in there again. We're going to go straight for the melee. 4 is going to slam right into us and get countered, and that's the end of the match. So let's see how we did. It does look much cooler transformed, in my opinion. Yeah, that's a pose. And 1 board position and 2nd place. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.